Okay, welcome to Run Rizzle TV. If this is your first time here, check me out. It's Run Rizzle TV. We're talking about the history of Pop Warner. The first segment, we talk about myself and my knowledge. Okay, the first year I played Long Beach Pop Warner was 1978. I heard about it in 77, but I was just around just to see what was going on and all the people around, you know. My last year playing for Long Beach Pop Warner, Long Beach Poly Pop Warner was 83. Yeah, 83. 83. And I went on to play. In between time, I played with Coach Rambo, which was the Mustangs. That wasn't Long Beach Poly, but it was Long Beach Pop Warner. If you get my drift. They had several teams. I'm gonna start off with when I first 1977, and when I first got introduced to it. They was practicing. The practice field was Orange Field, which is on 20th and Orange, King Park, Long Beach Poly, and Silverado Park. That was our practice fields. In 1977, on Orange Field, I went to visit my cousin. They stayed over across the street from the field. And they used to play rack 'em up. You know, throw the ball up, get hit. You know, some of the kids seeing my talent that was my age. They was like, man, you should come play football for us. Play football with us. You know. I said, I don't know. You know, I talked to my mama about it. You know. We was living on 15th and Linden. We were living on 15th and Linden at that time. But I had a cousin that stayed on 20th, which he played football too. I'll get to that later. First, I was just around, see what it was about. You know, when it came about, I seen the uniform, and I ran home and told my mama, you know, about these guys got uniforms on like they playing for the Raiders. Mama, can I join? You know, and so the following year was my first year. I played. They had many teams. They had many teams for each age group. All right. It was the 7-year-olds was clinic at that time. It was clinic. 7 and 8-year-olds. Clinic. And they had maximum weight. They had weight and age. So they had clinic. No, they had junior clinic. Junior clinic was first. Junior clinic was 7. Let me get that back. Let me throw that back. Let me run that back. I should edit it, but y'all understand. It was junior clinic. Junior clinic, junior peewee, junior midgets. No, they didn't have junior midgets. They had midgets. You went from peewees to midgets, and after midgets, you go to junior bantam. Junior bantam was right before you go to high school, 13, 14. So you playing at least 7 years. You know, and each park had their own. At first, when they was practicing on Orange Field, it was just the Rough Riders and the Trojans. And then King Park, they had the Patriots. And at Poly, they had the Wildcats. So they had the Junior Clinic at Orangefield. They had Pee Wee and Junior Pee Wee at King Park. And they had midgets at Poly. That's where they practiced the field. And on the west side, they had the same thing, but everybody shared the same field. They had Junior Clinic, one team each. That's why we had two teams on each battle, on each group level. They had junior midgets. No, wait a minute. I keep saying junior clinic, and Pee Wee. That's the only three teams they only had on the west side. They only had three teams on the west side. The Wildcats was the only midget team that I know of. They was the only midget team. They was the oldest one. No, they wasn't the oldest one. You had to go, if you wanted to play an extra year, you had to go John Rambo at that time. Later on, it came with the Lynx, which was Junior Bound. But they only had three teams on the west side at Silverado Park. I'm about to name the teams now. The teams goes, Junior Clint at Orangefield was the Rough Riders. The Clint team that was at Orangefield was the Trojans. The Junior Pee Wee team, no, they didn't have Junior Pee Wee. The Pee Wee team and the midget team practiced at King Park. Or sometimes the Wildcats go practice at Pop. You know, I think on certain days they went to go practice look at the high school kids. Let the high school kids look at them. You know, because they were the next one coming up, 8th and 9th graders. You know, so about time 1978 came for me to play, they weren't no longer at King Park. They was at Poly. You had the Rough Riders still straggling along on Orangefield. They had the Trojans, the Patriots, the Wildcats at Poly, practicing at Poly. Yeah. And the Trojans, first the Trojans started coming. I think the Trojans' first year playing at practicing at Poly was 78. Gotta be. The Rough Riders was still on Ellersfield. Yeah. Come think of it. Yeah. Yeah. So the first team I played for, 78, well, I supposed to play 77 for the Rough Riders, but doing something. My mom didn't have the money. She didn't know. She thought it was free. I didn't play. It was like a $75, $50. You know, that was a lot of money back there. Not compared to the $200-$300 they play right now. They playing right now. So those are the teams. Those are the teams. And on the Silverado side, you had the Pacers, which was Junior Clinic. Then you had the Vidors, which was Clinic. Then you had the Saints, which was Pee Wee. So you had from 7 to 12-year-olds on the west side. You mean the west side kids. Most people came from the east side, you know, played on the west side. You get those, you know. Some parents didn't want their kids on the east side hanging with those kids or being associated with those kids, even though they lived on the east side. It's kind of warm up here. Even though they lived on the east side. Because I played on the west side before. It's just, that's one of the main reasons. So, I'm going to get back at you about my experience. So check me out next time. Peace. And push the like button.